I want to ask you something, and I want you to be honest with yourself. How many times in the last 90 days have you looked at a strong inbound lead, a genuinely good prospect, and thought, I want this, but I can't take it right now? Not because the deal wasn't right, not because the budget was off, but because somewhere in the back of your mind, you did the calculation and the math didn't work. If I say yes to this, something breaks. A timeline slips, a current client feels the difference. My team is already at capacity. So you stall, or you pass, or you take it anyway and spend the next 4 weeks managing the fallout. That moment, that calculation, is the clearest signal that your delivery architecture hasn't kept up with your growth ambition. Most agency owners think the answer is to hire, but hiring takes time, costs money, and adds complexity before it adds capacity. What I want to show you today is a different model entirely. One that lets you say yes to the next 3 clients without hiring a single person. I call it the white label capacity model, and I'm going to walk you through exactly how it works. Let me describe the situation I see most often with agency owners who reach out to us. They're doing well, genuinely. 6 to 10 SEO clients, good retention, decent margins. But they've been at roughly the same revenue for 6, 9, and sometimes for 12 months. And when I ask them why, what's stopping them from adding 5 more clients, the answer is almost always some version of the same thing. I don't have the bandwidth, or I'd need to hire first, or I can't risk compromising the clients I already have. All of those answers are symptoms of the same root cause. The agency's delivery is coupled to its headcount. Every new client requires a proportional increase in internal resources, which means growth is linear and expensive and slow. If your delivery scales at the same rate as your payroll, you don't have a growth strategy. You have a staffing strategy. That's exactly what a well-structured white label partnership gives you. Let me show you how. The white label capacity model has 3 components. I'll walk through each one. The modular delivery layer. This is the idea that your delivery capability should be built in stackable units, not as a fixed team tied to a fixed headcount. Each component of SEO delivery, link building, content, technical audits, reporting is a discrete unit you can dial up or down independently. The modular delivery layer means your delivery overheads grows with client need, not with the client count. Instead of activating your white label partner when you are full, you establish ongoing bandwidth with them before you need it. Here's what typically happens with the buffer. An agency finds a white label partner, onboards them, and then turns to them only when they are already stretched. The result? Rushed onboarding, compressed timelines, quality pressure. The buffer isn't about spending money in advance. It's about eliminating the ramp-up lag that costs you quality every time you scale quickly. A set of documents that ensure your white label partner understands each client's context, goals, communication style, and history, so the delivery feels like it's coming from you. At minimum, 3 documents. A client context document, goals, history, sensitivities, reporting preferences. A delivery brief, target pages, priority keywords, link velocity, content tone. A communication alignment, how updates are shared, at what frequency. When these 3 documents exist and your white label partner has read them, the delivery feels seamless. Your client never notices the infrastructure behind the work. Let me give you a concrete example of what this looks like in practice. We work with an agency owner, I'll call him James, based in the UK. 9 SEO clients, effectively at his ceiling. Over 60 days, we ran 3 of his existing accounts through our delivery infrastructure. He didn't add any new clients during this time. We were just establishing the buffer and the head of protocols. By month 3, his confidence in the system was high enough that he started pitching again. Over the following quarter, he added 4 new agency clients. His internal team didn't grow at all during that period. 4 new clients, 0 new hires, same internal team, different delivery architecture. That's what the white label capacity model produces when it's set up properly. Think back to that calculation I mentioned at the start. The one where you looked at a good prospect and decided you couldn't take it. That calculation changes when your delivery infrastructure is built to absorb growth. The math starts working in your favor. If you are currently at a ceiling, if you are stalling growth because delivery can't keep pace, I want to offer you a conversation. Not a pitch, a 30-minute walkthrough of how this model would work for your specific client mix. What does it look like if you say yes to the next 3 clients? Let's actually map that out together. Link in the description, questions in the comments. I read everything. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.